Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a new technology that's trying to solve one of the internet's oldest, most annoying problems, proving you're a real human. Seriously, think about it. How many times have you been online wondering if you're actually talking to a person or just some really clever code? This question gets right to the heart of the problem with authenticity online, and it's the exact problem we're going to explore a solution for. Now, to really get why this new approach is such a big deal, we first have to understand why it's so desperately needed. The simple truth is, our current ways of proving who we are online are, well, they're kind of a mess. They just weren't built for the internet of today. This slide really breaks down the issues. You know those Know Your Customer or KYC checks where you have to upload your driver's license? That sensitive data goes to a central server, making it a goldmine for hackers. Big companies control it, not you. And worst of all, these systems are wide open to what are called Sybil attacks. That's just a fancy term for when one person creates thousands of fake accounts to spread fake news or manipulate reviews. It's how platforms get flooded with bots. So to fix this broken system, a totally new solution is emerging: the Humanity Protocol. At its core, HumanityProtocol is a new identity system for the next generation of the internet, or Web3, and it's built to be private from the ground up. It uses two key technologies: your palm print, which is completely unique to you, and something called zero-knowledge proofs. The whole idea is to prove you're a real human without ever having to give away your personal data. And you can see here just how different this approach is. Instead of some company controlling your identity, you get what's called self-sovereign identity. You and only you control your credentials. Instead of your data being at risk, it's private and encrypted. And because every identity is tied to a real person, it's built to resist those armies of fake bot accounts we just talked about. So, how does this actually work, right? How does a simple scan of your palm become a super secure digital proof that you exist? Well, the process is built on a few simple but really powerful steps. It basically boils down to this. 1. You scan your palm with your phone. 2, and this is the really clever part, the system doesn't store the image of your palm. Instead, it converts that unique data into an encrypted cryptographic proof. And 3, once it's verified, you get a unique digital token that basically says, yep, this is one real, unique human. This quote absolutely nails it. This is the magic of zero-knowledge proofs. It lets the system confirm a fact, in this case, that your palm scan is real and unique, without you ever having to reveal the secret password, which is your actual biometric data. It is literally verification without revelation. The protocol also has this other cool feature called zkTLS. The easiest way to think of it is as a secure bridge. It lets you connect your existing online accounts from today's internet, Web 2, to this new verified human identity in Web 3, all while keeping that same incredible level of security and privacy. Now, this isn't just some cool concept stuck in a research lab. This technology is making serious waves in the market right now, and that brings us to its recent and, frankly, explosive growth. In a single 24-hour period, the protocol's value shot up by over 125%. Now, a surge like that doesn't just happen by accident. It makes everyone sit up and pay attention, and it signals that something pretty big is happening. And when you zoom out, you see that one base spike is part of a much bigger story. Over the last month, we've seen growth of almost 200%. This isn't just a flash in the pan, this is sustained momentum. And that, of course, is the million-dollar question. What turned this from a promising piece of tech into a major market mover? Well, it really comes down to a few key real-world events that happened. Let's break down what lit the fuse. First, it got listed on a major exchange, KuCoin, which opened it up to a massive new audience. Then, the full mainnet launch happened. That means the technology wasn't theoretical anymore. It was live and working. And finally, and maybe most importantly, it started landing real-world partnerships with businesses like airlines and banks, giving it tangible, everyday use. Okay, so let's pull back from the trading charts for a minute and focus on what's really important here, the bigger picture. Why does any of this actually matter beyond its market price? This analysis from Investment Underground just says it perfectly. This is about solving a fundamental problem for the next era of the internet. The excitement isn't just hype, it's a direct reflection of a growing demand for identity systems that are secure, private, and actually controlled by us, the users. So let's just quickly recap the main takeaways.
HumanityProtocol is tackling the huge online problem of bots and fakes. It does this by empowering you with control over your own identity. It uses cutting-edge, privacy-first tech, and it's already being backed by real market momentum and adoption.
All of this leaves us with a pretty fascinating final thought. As our digital and our physical lives become more and more tangled together, technologies like this really force us to ask a big question about the future. In a world that needs to verify humanity, could the unique lines on your palm one day become your most important form of ID?